Television has transformed the lives of human civilization through its ability to create powerful touchstones.
It's a source of entertainment, education, news, weather, sports, and even music.
We're excited to explore what it takes to operate a full-service TV studio
on this episode of the Caribbean Network.
Back to the Caribbean, take me back to the Caribbean. The place feeling nice and breezy, yeah. The vibes feeling cool and breezy, yeah. I feel a cool breeze, a nice breeze, fresh breeze, Caribbean breeze.
Welcome to the Caribbean Network, where we highlight Caribbean-owned businesses here in the Metro Atlanta area.
We've partnered with Carib Lingo Clothing to bring you this episode.
Today we bring to you a special and a very talented Caribbean talent, Mr. Lawrence Prescott, founder and operator of Caribbean Life TV. Welcome, sir.
Good to have me.
How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm fired up.
Right. I like the shirt. I like the shirt. Color's pretty.
Y'all know, man. It's with Seth.
What's it? Billion dollar bar.
$1 billion baby.
$1 billion baby.
Oh, snap.
Respect.
I like that.
There's another shirt I was going to wear. It says billionaire CEO. So
You might have to put more on
I know you're on it already. I got you.
Cool.
Yes.
Respect.
So Lawrence, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and your rationale behind launching your very own television studio.
It was a crazy idea. I think in some conversations I had prior to coming on set, it purely was from not seeing us. Okay. I didn't see us represented, right? So, been in America over 30-something years, and I'm looking for us, man. And so you'd have to go to YouTube or some other means to consume our content.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, if you don't see it, why don't you create it? So I was looking at examples, right? So one day I'm watching TV, and there was a show on another TV network, and it showcased other folks enjoying what we know, right? Yeah. Our beaches, our good life, our nice drinks, our vibe. They over there chilling and we in the cold busting butt. I said something wrong with this equation, right?
Right, yeah.
So I think that we were sold a difference. We were sold something different. To come do this and you can get this in exchange. And when we came, they went there and said, okay, no, y'all have the beach, we can come and chill on your beach, right?
Right, yeah.
And they were calling it Caribbean Life. So my vibe was, how is that Caribbean Life? You come and you sit on my beach,
right? I know,
drinking my cocktail and saying that it's Caribbean Life. So let me showcase what Caribbean Life is. So the idea started churning in my head. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me see if that name is available. So that name wasn't available, but I add TV to the end, and the name became available. So Caribbean Life TV was born because I wanted to showcase us. And with 26 different islands, I knew I had a lot of content because we are different but the same.
Yeah.
In some ways. And so that birthed in me, okay, I'm gonna do this, right? So secured all the names. And I said, well, I didn't know how to do it. I just secured the names. Yeah. And then I continue on as a photographer and videographer. And I'm getting booked to be the official photographer for the president of Guyana, right? And I'm like, this guy's here, who's asking him a question? Yeah. We in the diaspora want to know what you're doing, right? But who's asking? Channel 2 ain't doing it, Fox 5 ain't doing it. None of these mainstream stuff is not even, that's my president.
Exactly.
Y'all need to show up and ask him something. But I wasn't brave enough to do it because I'm not in front of the camera type of dude, right? but I knew it needed to be done. So once he left and I had that experience, I started really pushing, like, you know, how do I solve this? So I came up with the concept of like, okay, what I need to showcase for us at Caribbean Life. And I wanted to say, well, okay, sports, entertainment, food, fitness, and community. So I said, okay, 5 different areas that I could focus on. There was a lot of content in there. In the community, we could talk about fundraising efforts, blah, blah, blah. Sports, we got the soccer, we got football, whatever we want to call it. But I knew that we want to consume that content.
Right.
Sometimes who is the cricket, they go straight to the cricket site and get the numbers, right?
Yeah.
So that all percolated in my head. And 2018, and so telling it to my friends, I was on another TV show at the time, and they were doing what they were doing. And I wanted to do something different. And so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna get branded, get the shirts, get the mic flag, and I'm gonna get the camera equipment, and we gonna do it. But I keep him and hawing. And one of my now hosts, he's still with me today, she said, listen, this is an event coming up, Atlanta Carnival launching 2018, we going.
Right.
You know what we do, you know, we going. So we looked the part, Caribbean Life TV, branded up, mic flag, everything, and we showed up. We were the only media covering this thing.
Oh, wow.
Only, right? And so we in the middle of the floor with lights, camera, action, everybody looking at us like, who's these people?
Yeah. This is Atlanta Carnival band launch.
Carnival launch.
Carnival launch.
Yeah, tell him Carnival is on this day, whatever,
Yeah.
2018. And all the bands is in the building. It was at Bliss. All the bands are in the building.
Yeah.
And they just in the middle of the floor interviewing different band leaders and stuff like that. Just jump, like,
Yeah.
and we haven't stopped since.
Yeah.
Like jump, so they forgot about whoever was before me. They got short-term memory, but they forgot about that, and we just stayed consistent. And so we started showcasing the bands and going to the band launch, and it was like, so before they would be like, who are you? At the door. Man, within 1 year, it's like, hey, you coming? It switched because we started showing value.
Yes.
So that was a great question, and I know I went on a little bit, but starting it came from a place of need. I saw that there was a deficit in terms of our representation. And I didn't want to represent one place. I'm Guyanese. And I just didn't want to represent just Guyana because we are all one, right? There's many islands, but one culture.
Right.
So once you think like that, then I knew that I had to be inclusive in my approach.
Right.
And so I started hiring people that are from different places. St. Kitts and Anguilla, never met nobody from Anguilla, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And start reaching out to these folks and making sure that I'm represented in a Caribbean way as a brand.
Yeah.
And so that was initial, that's early. And in doing so, people recognize it, kind of, oh, somebody from Anguilla, oh, they rap. Somebody from Trinidad, so each person brought their own set of people.
Right.
So within 2018, they took straight off. Because it represented everyone, or it had the potential to represent everyone.
Representation matters.
Yes,
Everyone wants to see themselves
represented.
Yeah.
And so that is how it started. Didn't have all the formulas how to do it because I didn't have examples of that.
Yeah.
So in answering that question in its totality is that I had to just be creative or whatever I think it should look like.
Right.
But also ground that in what I think the community needs, right? So when there's a volcano in St. Vincent, make sure that as a brand, I do something.
Right.
Right? Make sure that I partner with the radio stations. You open up my place. Make sure that we collect stuff, let people see that as a brand, we are in the community doing stuff. When Trinidad had their flood, doing stuff. Interviewing people, raising money. Guyana just had theirs, doing stuff. Right? And the community responds.
Definitely.
Because I've now shown a consistent track record of doing stuff for the community. So you have to balance it. So in starting, I didn't know that I would be doing all of this.
Yeah.
But in its evolution, I'm doing all of this.
Yeah, you don't have to see the whole,
Yeah, the start.
Yeah.
Just
start.
Great question.
Thank you.
She's like, keep up on it.
So with all what you you laid out right there, how you think the streaming landscape has affected television business and your type of business practices?
Right. So good question. I think the streaming is essential, and here's why. People are consuming content now.
Yes.
And we didn't start off thinking that that was the way to go. For me as a brand, I get the footage and I gotta wait for the editor, and then I put it out and when I gonna see my thing. You know, that was the initial concept. But it's evolved since then, where the streaming now is an intricate part in what I do, because then it's out, they don't see it, we gone, we move on to something else.
Right.
And but what it forced us to do is make sure that what we're streaming is of the quality to be streamed. Right? So that made us invest in 3 Blackmagic 6K. You know what I mean? We got the right equipment. We got the right switching. So as we're talking, we could do 3 people.
Right.
Then I could put it, have a camera already on you, so we switch to you, you talk, switch to you, and I speak, switch to me.
Right.
The audience want to see TV. And anything that you're doing and delivering, if it mimics TV, then we're like, okay, I can link back because this is good.
Okay.
Remember they said with video, if the even if the picture's fuzzy, but if the audio is good, they might still listen. Right. So with mine, what I try to do is make sure that the visual is good, and the audio is good, and the content of what we're saying is relevant to what the audience wants to hear. So once you do those 3, the streaming now makes sense because it's time. It's happening now. So if they're listening and it's something right or whatever, then they're gonna go to something else. So streaming has become an intricate part. I'm gonna give you an example. Juneteenth.
Okay.
The city of Lawrenceville and the county of Gwinnett had equipment TV to stream an event. Right? So what that has shown in less than a year in terms of being here, or less than 3 years in terms of being in business. Now counties, you have a business relationship with the counties where they recognize you as a brand and recognize the value that you bring to what they're trying to have done. And so what was happening, they were recognizing Charles Hill, and he's the black man that was hanged in the city of Lawrenceville in 1911. And they found a spot where they think it might have happened. They found a picture that showed him hanging from a pole and all the folks around him watching. It's a popular picture. And they wanted to do a remembrance ceremony and bring his family to acknowledge what this city has done to him. And hired Caribbean Live TV to help broadcast that out to the community. So I'm answering your question by also giving you an example of what we've actually done with county folks now. It's not the Caribbean party or carnival, none of that.
Branching off.
Yes.
Wow.
So I imagine that your studio has covered many different events, like you mentioned, the Juneteenth. So what would you say is your most memorable event that you guys covered?
Great question. I would always say carnival, because I'm a carnival head. You know, I'm a soca baby, and carnival just gives a different vibe to me. Okay, because we get to do the street interviews, right? Then we get to do interviews with the vendors. Then we're on stage covering the thing, and then we're talking to the artists backstage. So it's a movement and a fluidity in terms of different energies, right? Because the people on the side of the road, energy is different. They're enjoying carnival. So one of my memorable moments covering as a brand is New Orleans in 2019.
New Orleans, what, carnival?
Yeah. See, are you surprised? That's why we bring value.
Right.
We were hired as a brand and flown to New Orleans, 4 of us, to cover New Orleans Carnival. And people that same thing, New Orleans Carnival. And so the promoters and organizers felt the need to get the message out because nobody knows. You can't come if you don't know. So they brought us and treated us amazingly. And shout out to Joel. And amazing meaning, I said, okay, you're my host, to you guys coming. At the time, you know, me and my wife and the 2 hosts, right? We're going on walk with me. They treated us so good that I'm asking them, you know, from this year, make sure you book me for next year. because but that's Caribbean, not only business, but interaction with excellence, right? So they made us feel valued as a brand. Yes, the unlimited drinks matter. You know what I mean? It's a plus. Premium drinks matter. I gave you a shirt. Right? But how, you know, in places where they had us stay, our transportation, all of those things. Well, we've been able to replicate that in South Carolina, in Atlanta. We get good treatment as a brand based on what they see us doing. So that's why I said continue doing what you guys are doing, because people are going to always be watching, right? And they see when they come, they're going to be treated fairly. There's no got you nothing. You really mean well by their brand or what you're covering. And so once you have brand integrity, it helps because it goes a long way. So Miami already sent me, tell me, hey, you come, don't forget to get your media passes.
Right.
Miami. Big bad, Carl Caribbean. What I'm saying, how you treated is memorable to the person that's being treated.
Oh, definitely.
So I remember, so I said, I'm rocking with you. Whenever you're doing it, I'm doing it.
Right.
That time.
Okay. Cool.
Great question.
Oh, love it. Volume sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would have think it?
We gotta go.
Who would have thunk it?
You gotta make that trip.
No, it's really fun.
Yeah, okay.
It's a different flavor, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is how they would probably fuse their New Orleans culture
That's why it's fun.
with our culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, we are there as well
Yeah.
as a group of people,
Yeah.
and navigating these different cities. The only glue that holds us together as a people is the culture.
Right. Yeah.
Our Caribbean culture is infectious.
It is.
You know?
It is. And when you talk to people, like when it was Columbia, South Carolina, that so it's not like a popular. Sorry, and like they got more big name cities in these southern states.
Right.
So when I hear Columbia, I'm like, but there's a Trinity saying, "Hey, I need carnival here,"
Right.
Yeah.
and it's us pushing the culture. And now inviting different artists and different brands to showcase that we do have it there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So along this journey, right? I know you did it over a number of years, right? When in your life did you think you wanted to get into TV production and this whole business itself?
Like, do you walk by? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think to answer that fairly, I think it would be looking in its totality of my upbringing.
Okay.
And so I have to go back in order to understand why I am now.
Yeah.
And then going back, I went to acting school in 1980, right? I acted, learned how to act, right? So that's one. Learn production, because when you're not acting, once you're part of the school, if you're not in the play, you're part of production, getting the play together.
Gotcha.
So you're learning behind the scenes and background stuff, right? But after graduating, then remember, you're the actors that they pull from now. So now I'm acting on stage, like big production, whether it's behind the scenes or in front of the audience.
Right.
I had that experience younger, before I was even 21. And what that meant is that I've been part of this thing for a long time and I didn't add it up to see why I'm this way now.
Yeah.
But it's ingrained in me from there and from then.
So since then you
craft. Yeah, and even there in Guyana, I ended up being in a play for the president of Guyana.
Wow.
So when I realized that a young person, I really got some opportunities. You take it for granted. Life happened. You get married, kids, and you move on. But I got that chance. Even in Atlanta, I could say I'm the official photographer for 2 Guyanese presidents when they came here. Nobody else. So I could. It's a little bit because everybody running around with a camera. Why me? So I realized this energy and all the experiences prior has prepared me for this opportunity. So with this production thing, when I retired in 2013, I started looking into that, and a friend said, "Look, I got some work for you." Within 2 weeks of retiring, and the first thing that I got to do that really triggered it in a big way was working for Shaquille O'Neal Comedy All-Star production in 2013. But I was a PA. But in this PA position, I was a camera guy following Shaquille when he come out behind the scenes, the whole production. But what it did was gave me the bug, I want to do this. This is something I want to do, And I did a couple of other production type stuff, 2013 and stuff like that. But then I just said, you know what, this is what I want to do. I went back to school. I went to Clayton State and learned to do this photography thing. So I'm a professional photographer. So that's in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Because, I was running around with the camera, but I didn't have the schooling.
Right.
So I went and got the schooling.
Yeah.
And then when I got the schooling, it gave me the confidence to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Now, yeah.
I was older, already retired from transit. And so I just ride. And then I started, and I learned and partnered with people that knew.
Okay.
Get yourself in the company
Yeah,
of people
networking is everything.
Networking is everything.
Caribbean.
Hey, I think I set that one up. That flowed. No, but honestly, that's what it is. Just it being ingrained in all those experiences to now, so I'm comfortable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I did the play last week for the Caribbean Association of Georgia. They produced it.
Yeah.
But it was held here in a place called Resident Alien. But it was written by a Jamaican, Dr. Claire Nelson, who was responsible for all us Caribbean nationals being able to celebrate June as Caribbean Heritage Month. Wow. So when you're doing stuff that is impactful, then those same people that is responsible for stuff recognize you. Yeah. And say, okay, you can do my play. I see you. And so you just got to keep going in that vein and do over there, do what you do. But what you like to do, do that. That's it, yes.
So as a Caribbean person, you know there are certain things that are inherent to our home country. So what would you say was unique about growing up in the Caribbean as a whole and specifically Guyana?
Yeah. That brings me all the way back to childhood, but we're going to do all of that. I had to understand that as a Guyanese, I had to reconcile Guyanese, South American, and Caribbean, right? So America forced me to do that, right? Because in Guyana, we Guyanese, right? So we don't say South American hardly, because there's no one to say to, right? We all one, we Guyanese, right? Or we Bana, hey Bana, you know, Bana. So it's outside of Guyana, we started to have to reconcile that conversation, and what it meant is that I identify as a South American and as a Guyanese South American, but I relate to the Caribbean culture, right? And there's so many times I've been in conversations where they say, oh, are you West Indian? You sound like a Caribbean man, right? Yeah. And I said, I relate to a Caribbean man, but I'm actually South American. And it's like, wait a minute, no, you sound like you have an accent. I said, but I'm still Guyanese, South American. And so in expressing that strongly, they're sensing like it's a difference. But they don't understand because of CARICOM and the uniting of those nations, we were aligned not only culturally, but economically with the rest of the Caribbean. So we're interchangeable. We are encouraged to travel. And so the question about what was unique in terms of all of that experience being Guyanese that helped me understand this is that I had to stretch just that being Guyanese and relating to and identifying also with being like a Caribbean heritage, even though I can't say I'm Caribbean by geographically, but by cultural in terms of what you was raised up in. Yeah. I know about Tantimor and all of those things in Guyana. In Guyana. So the cultures are influential throughout, right? So before we got here, we know about strong reggae and all the different people pioneering it. And so we were influenced by it. So now as a Guyanese person having a brand that represents the Caribbean, it gives me a good perspective. I could talk, right? I don't have to ask a Trini about the Trini because I vibe with Trini since I'm small. With the culture and the music, the comedic, I heard that played in my house by my parents. Paul Keynes Douglas and all these things, right? But that's in Guyana, and I've been in America 30-something years. So the influence already started in Guyana about the Caribbean and the influence to be able to function in this role as a CEO because I could relate to everyone culturally because I'm telling you, it's almost the same. So yeah, we might cook your rice a little bit different or add the seasoning in it or whatever. Doubles, they give you one thing and telling the doubles, I'm looking for two. What's up with the doubles? It's supposed to be two, right? Why we only get one?
Very important. Is it chicken curry or curry chicken?
Curry chicken.
Thank you.
Curry chicken.
You heard it here from a Guyanese.
Curry chicken. I heard that argument, and there's a big tease amongst my team that is multicultural. And they always chicken curry chicken. But when I go back in my memory, how I announced it, curry chicken. Maybe having today curry chicken. I never heard curry, chicken curry. So for some reason they have this perception that it's a Guyanese thing that said that way. Chicken curry. So then goat curry, right? So
exactly.
I think I've heard that angle. But how I announce it is curry chicken. I would ask, you cooking curry chicken? So that solves that. But I think, you heard it here first. Where's my camera there? Curry chicken.
That is a day.
That's it. Boom. It's a boom. Done.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. But no, but so culturally I was influenced already prior to coming here. Being raised in New York helped because it's a multicultural environment as well.
Yeah.
And so to come fresh and meet that environment that is inclusive, we all party together, was helpful. What I did with that coming to Atlanta, I recognized that synergy. And now with this brand, I knew the synergy exists. So I just operate as though it is. So I don't have to try to figure it out. It already exists, right?
Yep.
If there's a good party, it's a good party, right? People know if they want to have a good party, have a chini party. It's a given, you know what I mean? But culturally, we're one. And once you see that and feel that, then you operate from that place. I don't see the difference.
Straight energy, straight energy.
Yeah, that's it.
So Lawrence, tell me one quality about Caribbean Life TV.
Say it fast. Say it to break up.
Alright.
Caribbean Live TV.
Caribbean Life TV, CLTV. Boom. Alright. So tell me something about your TV studio that separates you from the rest of competitors, that resonates with people, Caribbean people, and people outside the Caribbean.
Nice. We were studying or what? Come with these hard questions that you ask me them things first.
I want to get juice. I want to get juice.
But no, I like that question. I think the way I would answer that, I don't have any competitors. Boom, mic drop, pop my collar. I don't. Okay. I don't. And when my camera there, I don't have any competitors because I'm not competing. So I don't have no competitors.
Right.
It's my energy. If it's not yours, I'm not competing with your energy. I set my pace. You see, so as bosses, right? You're a boss, and you're a boss, right? Your business is an extension of you. So you would just have to be positive first. Be kind-hearted. Mean well by people. And let that energy be your guide. So then even if it's a Caribbean network, or I can't even call a name. Who would be nowhere near? There's no one nowhere near what Caribbean Life TV has done. We're paving the way, but there's no competition, because if somebody has come up running with a camera, they have to use another name, and it's okay. So here's the analogy to that. At 5 o'clock, you got Fox 5, Channel 2, Channel 11, Channel 46, Channel 36, and whatever other channel, doing the same thing at the same time. What that gives us is a choice. It's the same consumption of news or information. We get to choose which one. We might like that host, we might like that announcer, and we choose, or we like how they stuff open up and make me feel like a listener, or you kick back and you listen.
Right.
So as a brand, all you do is do the best job for you. Make sure that you stay on task and stay focused on what's your mission and your vision for your brand. So that when you talk boldly and say there's no competition, you mean it. Because I don't even have time to look this way or that way. I'm looking forward, right? So if I'm telling you earlier in the interview that I'm on to streaming, I'm doing movies, you can run around with a camera if you want to, and that's because ain't nobody gonna give you no money. They'll use you up. I'm gonna tell you straight, and I'm gonna say it again, they'll use you up. Free. You like free.
$3.99.
$3.99, right? And once you start asking for money, they ain't trying to call you no more.
On to the next free person.
I swear to you, and I'm glad that you said that, because that's what I'm trying to say. Because that's why I'm saying there's no competition. So what you have to do is diversify your business enough that you don't need their money.
All these gems.
My job. You don't. Listen, your boss, figure it out. I'm telling you, don't be lazy as a boss. Point blank period. And I don't have no apologies about that. I think when it's a boss, it's not this type of boss. It's boss moves. Right? The CEO, this is a boss move right here. Because Caribbean Life TV is a known brand. And you're here interviewing me. It's a good thing all day long, bro. You understand? So, competition, none. The other part of the question was about local and abroad, right? So make sure that your content is consumable by everyone, right? And so once you think international as you're creating your content, then you don't have to worry where it's going to go. People like good content, period. And the type of interviews that you guys are doing, people are going to resonate with you guys. Great energy, right? You guys are like made for each other. Boom. You do, and it takes a producer or someone in my field or my lane to recognize and put people together and make it happen. And I've done that over and over. So now I know how to do it, right? Just like a movie. A year ago, I didn't know how to make a movie. I do now. You done let me in. You done let me in, right? And once you're in, there's a formula to it, right? Once you know the formula, then you go like, okay, next year I can make a movie and try to get it to this place and try to get to this money and change the game. Who am I asking for what? I ain't asking nobody. Because once you know how to do it, that's the key, period.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
No, well, you know, hey, here's what it is. I think you guys have asked me questions that have not been asked. So salute to both you guys. Because, you know, I'm not nervous when it comes to my business.
Yeah.
Because I know I had to do it from scratch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I came out of my trunk.
Authentic.
Right, I came out of my trunk,
Yeah.
you feel me? And in coming out of your trunk, you coming out of your trunk with aspirations. So a girl that sent her design out of her trunk, and one day she has her boutique, but she came out of her trunk. She started where she started.
Yeah.
And I was comfortable starting where I started.
You have to be, because it's all you have.
Yes. You know what I mean? So no, real talk. I think with what you guys are doing, and I wanted to say it again, I think people, I don't want to just say business owners because not everything is, you got to own a business to be on your network.
Right.
But I think you have to show that you're bringing value to our community, and I think that's what you guys are doing, showcasing that value.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing it well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So that being said, I want you to give us a little tour of the studio, see what you have to offer. You know what I mean? And pick it up from there, right?
Yeah, well, I want to tell you what I have to offer.
Tell
so
me.
when I show you, it'll make sense also.
Okay.
Right? So we offer full production as it relates to any streaming services. We got to accommodate a band. And when you see the clip, you like you said about this. And just like meetings, anything to do with creative field. So we've done music videos, we've done modeling, done everything. So it's a full production house. We got all the equipment to make it happen. We have about 3 Blackmagics cameras, 6K, we got 2 Panasonics, we got 3 PTCs. So we got, in terms of camera, we solid. Miking systems from lapel, boom, handheld. So I wanted to make sure I say that only because sometimes in the video, those things are not readily laying out.
Yeah.
So I wanted the audience to know that when it comes to what they would need, we have it.
All right, gotcha.
And we have, full service. And we have the ability to be mobile.
Nice.
Right, not about our trunk, as what somebody said earlier. Mobile.
Right.
We're going to say who it is. We're going to say who it is, but mobile. Okay. So what that means is if you say, guys, we got a big gig, right? And we need to be able to set up, stream, cameras, everything. We could come, put the lights, cameras, everything. Make sure your full production is taken care of.
Nice.
And we got a team also.
Yeah.
And anytime you know, y'all could be rock out. If we breaking bread together, we all go do it.
All right.
We could do it any place at any time.
All right, so appreciate that.
Yeah.
So let's go. Okay, Lawrence, we're excited to see your studio, so give us a little tour.
So you gotta pay me? You think this thing is free?
After.
No, but thank you so much. Listen, this is where you know where you walk in. This is the lobby area. So when we have events, we move this table and we do the step and repeat, take pictures.
Yeah.
And behind that door, there's the mystery door.
Okay.
Junk. That's where the liquor is held.
Okay.
Right there, right there.
Where the keys?
Right there. But and to come on in, let's take a little walk, my little junky area. The significance of this banner in my office is when I launched Crippin' TV in 2018. These are some of the vendors that not only believed in me, and so 2 of the people that you guys have interviewed is on this banner. You didn't know this.
I see.
Which one? Call them out. Where else?
Hotline about
Hey!
boom.
And we love
But you know, just to have a place where I could call my office where I could come sit, do business, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay, out here in the lobby, I started this wall. This is when I had a intern. So he helped paint this wall, and my wife helped me put these pictures. You know, she just thought it was like a picture wall.
Yeah.
But it's just a small selection of some of the people that we've interacted with, whether it's Pressure,
Some
Kevin
memories.
Little, it's just some memories,
some
you know.
memories.
But this is the best memory right here. She's from Trinidad, is one of my ministers.
Yeah.
And this is at this launch. And this is the prayer that she was reading to me.
Oh, wow.
Black blessing and covering my business.
Nice.
And I cherish it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people, the right people that covers you, she was the right person to cover me because my business has been flourishing
Yep.
ever since. So I'm honored
Grateful to
that I have people that cover me like that. Come on back. All right. This is the main studio. This is where the magic happens. This is a little quick set that we just did. It's easy. You know, we've done different variations of this. So we got different types of chair combinations that we've pulled together.
Yeah.
And different types of backgrounds to accommodate whatever the client wants. And if we don't have it, we'll custom make it at their expense.
Right.
Every lighting system, we got all of that. This is where we make the magic. You know, we make the magic in here. All our switching, roadcaster, our laptop. We take some of these stuff out of here. You know, we don't leave everything here. Audio board. You know, got anything to do with audio.
Yeah.
We're good to go. So, yeah, we have everything is portable. This room used to be, the room over there, the stuff in there used to be here.
Okay.
And so the engineering used to happen here to the stage.
Okay.
Because the stage didn't come all the way up. So we sat here and would do all the shows that we've ever done was done in this room, sideways. And so this was originally the engineering room. We still got, you know, all our stuff now. So if you guys, you know, let me do it this way. We could come to Paris.
Yeah.
We'd come to English and we got our crates and we could make it happen. So give us a call.
Well, there you have it, folks. Founder, operator here at CLTV Networks, the home of Caribbean diaspora, sharing, programming, highlighting lifestyles, culture of Caribbean people and our community.
So thank you, Lawrence, for having us. Here at Caribbean Network, we never like to walk with our hands swinging, so on behalf of our official sponsor,
Yes.
Caribbean Clothing, we have a little gift for you.
Ah, like the color right away.
What you do?
Nice, nice. I like bright colors. I am rooting for everyone, guys.
Oh, you know.
Me. I love this.
Oh, you know.
Yo, you see all these muscles? Why this thing is large? You pass me. I is a big man. So,
Let's see.
yes, hold it up. Which camera? Which one? Both of them?
Both of them, both of them.
Ah,
Boom, 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 boom.
I love this. I like the color.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go buy sneakers to match it.
Yeah.
Those are Nike I see with this color.
Oh yeah, we're seeing the color.
Hey, and then I'm gonna go buy the hat. The Philadelphia, you know, with the yellow and black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's as a dresser? That's what you say as a dresser. I'm watching it. Oh, but this is good. I really, really, I like t-shirts. You know, I wear a lot. And this is nice. It's all full of neat.
Yes. You can work in our store.
Hey, yeah.
You know, and for Caribbean Life TV, I want to say thank you. You know, my hands are in, so that gives you something.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless.
That's nice. That's I ain't getting nothing.
I got something.
But I want to say thank you. I think you guys did an amazing job. I'm getting emotional, but I'm grateful because you know I'm in this field doing this, and now here it's being done to pushing me and for me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that because I'm seldom on this side.
Yeah.
I'm seldom on this side.
Behind the scenes.
That's my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in front of the camera because I've been around it.
Right.
But my preference is
Yeah.
right there. You know, that's it. But congrats to you guys and what you do. This was season 2.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing to have a season 2. Listen, just think of TV. How many shows that you've seen that don't make it past season?
Second, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Pilot.
Right.
I don't
You
know.
know, talking to you. But just in doing what you're doing, this is impactful in a way that it's going to impact the world. You know, because what you're doing is impacting the world. So keep doing what you're doing. I salute you.
Appreciate it.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Appreciate that.
You know, TV is your home as well.
Appreciate that, sir.
Man, I like your energy. You know, like, let's shout out the boss man. Boss man, Uncle Rawle. Big up yourself.
Uncle Rod, big up his.
Uncle.
Raleigh. Salute and respect. Thank you guys.
No problem.
Anything you need, let me know.
Definitely. So here at the Caribbean Network, right, we have a slogan. And the slogan is your network is your net worth. How would you say that impacts you and could add to you and your business? Your lifestyle.
My network
Yeah.
has already impacted and influenced the community. So I have examples, right? So to answer the question is just the easiest way would be to continue doing what I'm doing for the right reason, and it's the community. And so that is my net worth because I've networked. Trying to be fancy at the end. You know what I mean? But it's truly that's what it is.
Yes.
I am blessed today in business because of the networking that I've done prior to opening up business.
Yeah.
Prior to opening up this business. So it's relationships, right? People are calling me and doing business based on the relationship.
Yeah.
So all I think I have to do is continue being truthful, being genuine and authentic in what I'm doing. And I think it'll continue increasing my network and that improving my net worth.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think. No, but that's a really great question. Yeah, that's it.
So tell our audience where they can find you.
Here, no. The easiest and quickest way, I like Instagram, so that could be one of the quickest way that you find us or find out what we're doing. So that's Caribbean Life TV on IG, also Caribbean Life TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And so I said that already, but Caribbean Life TV on YouTube. Also Caribbean Life TV on Roku. So if you get them, if you're feeling good, just go on Roku, and we're there.
What's the address of the physical address?
Oh yeah, here is 6254 Memorial Drive, Suite C, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083.
Okay.
So yeah, right on Memorial Drive, we're right between Pars Cars and U.S. Auto Sales, and we're in the neighborhood, and a lot of times that was what people like, that they could pull up is right here. Any organization, know that you hit me up, you could access to the studio, no charge. Any organization that's trying to do for our community, hit me up, give us a call, and let's work together.
Yeah. Check them out.
Yeah.
Check us out
yeah.
at thecaribbeannetworth.com and check us out on all social media at The Caribbean Network. So I'm Makila.
I'm Benzo.
And this is The Caribbean Network. Bye.
And now, it's time for the Cariblingo Word of the Day.
And now it's time for the Cariblingo Word of the Day.
Today's word of the day. Wine.
What?
Yeah, nice and neat. So basically, wine is a particular dance with the gyration, the movement of either your waist, hips, buttocks, or how you say your mom. See, you know what I mean? So, tell me what.
Wine is pretty much all English-speaking Caribbean countries. Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, Guyana, you all wine too.
Oh yeah, we wine good too.
We all Trinidad wine is the best one.
That's what she said.
I don't agree with she still.
No, but you're going as a trainee? Or you're going because you get a wine that you know it was a good wine. You never get a wine from nobody, no other island?
They fifth on that one.
I'll be the fifth.
I get a wine from a Jamaican, and I get a wine from Trini. And it could be a toss-up.
Trini, full stop, period.
Well, my wife is Trini, so I went by. Yes, boy.
Yeah, a smart man.
Damn right.
No, the best wine, no, I don't follow you. The best one is a Guyanese wine, boy. Don't be talking Trini.
Bye.
Folks, the Caribbean legal word of the day is wine, and it's a wrap.
Back to the Caribbean, take me. Back to the Caribbean, take me. Back to the Caribbean, take me. Back to the Caribbean. The place feeling nice and breezy, yeah. The vibes feeling cool and breezy, yeah. I feel a cool breeze, a nice breeze, fresh breeze, Caribbean breeze. Gotta get away, yeah. I've been locked in, tuck away, yeah. Gotta get loose, gotta break free, yeah. I need to feel a West Indian breeze, yeah. I gotta fill up on my culture, reconnect to my structure. Feel that energy, that love, that rush, yeah. Rejuvenate so I can get you more substance. Take me back to the Caribbean. The vibes realize in the Caribbean. Every day I need a slice in the Caribbean. Nothing like life in the Caribbean.